Hey, welcome to my channel. Iraqi Dinar News Update. Here's exchange rate for the US dollar compared to the Iraqi dinar. Remained stable on Monday in Baghdad and slightly rose in the capital of the Kurdistan region of Iraq, Erbil. The US dollar exchange rate remained stable in Baghdad's Al-Khifa and Al-Harithia stock exchanges, reaching 1,398 Iraqi dinars throughout the day. The exchange rate in currency exchange shops in Baghdad remained stable, ranging between 1,410 Iraqi dinars and 1,390 Iraqi dinars. Shafaq News reported. In Erbil, the US dollar exchange rate slightly rose, fluctuating between 1,397.5 and 1,397 Iraqi dinars. The Central Bank of Iraq, CBI, said in February 2023 that it has begun using the new US dollar exchange rate of 1,300 dinars to every US dollar. The previous official exchange rate was 1,450 dinars to one US dollar, which was being exchanged in the parallel market at a rate of 1,550 dinars, while the official exchange rate was 1,450 dinars per dollar in January 2023. The US currency was being exchanged at 1,610 dinars during the same month in the parallel market in Iraq. This variation represented more than 10% difference in exchange rates. The Central Bank of Iraq, CBI, continues to play a pivotal role in managing the country's monetary policy, foreign reserves, and exchange rate stability, especially during a period of evolving financial reform and geopolitical shifts. As of August 2025, the official exchange rate set by the CBI remains at 1320 Iraqi dinars per US dollar, a rate that was strategically adjusted in early 2023 to align with broader economic goals and compliance with international financial transparency standards. However, this official rate has not completely closed the gap with the parallel market, where rates continue to fluctuate around 139,000 to 140,000 dinars per 100 US dollars depending on the city, such as Baghdad, Erbil, and Basra. The CBI is intensifying efforts to eliminate this discrepancy through a range of measures, including currency control, tighter anti-money laundering protocols, and reforms in the foreign currency auction platform known as the foreign currency selling window. These initiatives are central to the CBI's broader objective of reasserting confidence in the Iraqi dinar IQD and fostering de-dollarization across commercial and retail transactions. A major driver of this push has been the coordination with the United States Treasury and the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, which in 2022 and 2023 imposed stricter compliance frameworks for correspondent banking relationships, requiring all Iraqi banks participating in foreign currency transactions to operate within SWIFT monitored platforms and apply international due diligence standards. The result has been a significant reduction in unauthorized or suspicious dollar outflows, especially to countries under US sanctions, which had previously contributed to liquidity distortions and pressure on the dinar. At the same time, the CBI 3. Vietnamese dong, a currency of parallel interest. The Vietnamese dong, VND, shares some similarities with the IQD in terms of low nominal value, speculative interest from global investors, and periodic rumors of a possible revaluation. However, unlike Iraq, Vietnam has pursued a gradual appreciation strategy driven by real economic performance, exports, and manufacturing strength. Current VND USD status as of mid-2025. The VND trades at approximately 24,500 to 24,800 per USD, depending on the day and market fluctuations. Vietnam maintains a managed float regime, with its central bank, SBV, intervening when necessary. Despite speculation, Vietnam has never undertaken a rapid revaluation, preferring slow, market-driven appreciation. 4. How does VND relate to IQD revaluation? While Vietnam and Iraq have vastly different economies, both currencies have drawn interest from global currency watchers and investors, anticipating major changes in valuation. Their relationship can be broken down into a few core areas. 1. Speculative comparison. Both the VND and IQD are part of revaluation narratives, promoted by segments of the Forex investor community. While Vietnam's dong is not expected to revalue drastically, the IQD has a more turbulent history, having been devalued and then partially recovered post-2003 invasion. Many investors draw parallels, hoping that both currencies may undergo sudden revaluations, despite differences in central bank policy. 2. Monetary sovereignty strategy. Iraq's move toward revaluation is more politically driven, involving sovereignty restoration and detachment from US dollar hegemony. Vietnam's strategy is more industrial and trade-focused, aimed at sustaining economic competitiveness and stable growth. 3. Foreign reserve use. Iraq has amassed over $100 billion in reserves, including gold, to strengthen the dinar and support potential revaluation. Vietnam similarly maintains strong reserves, $100 billion as well, but mainly to support gradual forex stability, not a sudden revaluation. 4. Inflation and fiscal controls. Vietnam's inflation has remained under control for most of the last decade, while Iraq's inflation is more volatile due to oil dependency, security issues, and dollar leakage. Stable inflation is a precondition for sustainable revaluation, and this has been a challenge for Iraq. Central bank strategy and geopolitical alignments. Iraq's revaluation strategy. CBI tools in use. Dollar auction reform and currency. Compliance systems. Since 2023. Electronic payment and tax systems replacing cash-based flows. Capital control enforcement in line with IMF and US Treasury expectations. Geopolitical factors. US interest in Iraq maintaining dollar transparency. Iran's presence in Iraq's financial system complicating reforms. Growing interest in regional financial independence, including BRIC-style de-dollarization. Vietnam's currency control strategy keeps the dong undervalued to maintain export. The Iraqi dinar's exchange rate landscape. As of the latest reports from Baghdad and Erbil in early August 2025, the exchange rate for $1 hovered around 1,398 IQD. In official venues such as the Al-Khifa and Al-Harithia stock exchanges in Baghdad, in the capital of the Kurdistan region, Erbil, the USD slightly appreciated to between 1,397.5 and 1,397 IQD. Despite these fluctuations, Baghdad's street market maintained some relative price stability, with ranges of 1,390 to 1,410 IQD per dollar. This reflects the Central Bank of Iraq's continuing efforts to stabilize the exchange rate, close the gap between the official and parallel markets, and prepare the monetary system for more substantial reforms, potentially including a currency revaluation. The current official exchange rate is 1,300 IQD to $1, a change implemented by the CBI in February 2023, down from the previous 1,450 IQD USD rate. This was a major move, aimed at strengthening the dinar and reducing the economic burden on Iraqi citizens, especially amid inflationary pressures and dollar supply disruptions. However, on the black market or parallel exchange markets, rates have historically fluctuated much higher. For example, in January 2023, even with an official rate of 1,450 IQD per dollar, the parallel rate reached as high as 1,610 IQD per dollar, signaling a more than 10% devaluation gap and reflecting limited USD liquidity, dollar smuggling, and sanctions-related restrictions. Today, the difference between the official rate and market rates has narrowed considerably, a sign that the CBI's reform programs, such as tighter regulations on dollar sales, digital payment rollouts, and compliance with international banking standards, are starting to bear fruit. 2. The concept of revaluation, IQD versus USD. A revaluation of the Iraqi dinar means an intentional upward adjustment of the IQD's value against other currencies, most importantly the US dollar. A successful revaluation would reduce the number of dinars required to buy $1, thus improving purchasing power and signaling macroeconomic strength. Key revaluation indicators. 1. Exchange rate management. The The CBI's shift to 1,300. IQD USD in 2023 and subsequent stability in 2024. Minus 2025 has laid a foundation for further adjustments. 2. Foreign reserves. Iraq's foreign reserves reportedly surpassed $100 billion as of mid-2025, including substantial gold holdings. A strong reserve base is essential for any revaluation. 3. Currency controls and compliance. Iraq has been tightening its monetary system by enforcing compliance with SWIFT standards, monitoring foreign currency outflows, and curbing smuggling to sanctioned countries like Iran and Syria. 4. Monetary sovereignty. Iraq is slowly reducing its dollar dependency by encouraging dinar use for local and cross-border transactions. This de-dollarization trend must accelerate for revaluation to materialize.